Welcome back into our coverage of SEC Media Days for 2024 here in Dallas, Texas. We're off and running on this Wednesday. Alabama, the first team to come through the media rooms. That means first-year head coach Kalen DeBoer made his debut at SEC Media Days. No questioning this guy's record in his coaching career. 104 wins, 12 losses. 12-2 last season at Washington. Made the college football playoffs, losing to Michigan in the semifinals at Washington, a record of 25-3. In talking about his team, DeBoer pointed out that they've got a lot of experience returning on their offensive line. He says that will be a strength, and getting Proctor back on that transfer from Iowa, that was big for the offensive line. They'll run a pro spread on offense and a 3-4 nickel look on defense with this new coaching staff. Got 8 new coaches on the staff. He did retain running backs coach Gillespie, who once coached at South Carolina, and also one of their defensive coaches, Freddie Roach. They have 3 offensive linemen returning as far as starters go, and their quarterback is back, Jalen Milroe. This is a guy that made great improvement last season. 2,834 passing yards, 23 touchdowns. He ran for 531 yards, 12 touchdowns. And, of course, a lot of people feel with what DeBoer did with Michael Penix at Washington, he can do the same for Milroe at Alabama. If he does, look out. Milroe will be outstanding. He was up for a lot of awards after last season. Running backs, they lost their top running backs from last season. They have a couple of backup guys ready to step up, Jam Miller and Justice Haynes. And then they've got Richard Young waiting for his shot. You might recall Richard Young was the number 1 prospect in the country back in 2023 when he went to Alabama. So he'll get his shot this coming season. The defense looks like the strength will be at linebacker, where both of the starters are back from last season. And they also have Malachi Moore back at the safety spot. And he had a great season last year. He'll be leading the secondary. They will have to replace their 2 outstanding defensive ends in Dallas Turner and Chris Braswell. So that will be a key for them defensively. With all that said, Alabama is still Alabama, even though it's no longer Nick Saban running the show. Alabama is as deep and as talented as anybody in the SEC, and they figure to be right there in the mix for the SEC championship and a playoff spot in year 1 under Kalen DeBoer. And, of course, they'll be hosting South Carolina in October.